Hey guys, what's up and welcome to BestTechie.com, the place where we talk tech, answer your tech questions, do everything technology related. Today I want to cover a hot topic in today's economy and today's world, landing a job that you actually want. Yeah, it's not all tech, but it's got a tech twist because I'm going to be providing some tips geared specifically towards tech people, but also can be used in a more general sense, allowing people to help land the job that they actually want. It's no secret that today's economy is tough. The job market is really tough. There's high unemployment. There's a lot of people graduating school and looking for jobs. So how do you differentiate yourself and get that job that you actually want? Well, that's what we're going to be covering today. I have some great tips, so let's check them out, shall we? Alright, so the first tip is pretty straightforward. A lot of people tell you this in school, especially universities. Everyone's like, use social media, utilize social media to get a job. But they don't tell you how to do it. So now I'm going to tell you an awesome way to utilize social media to get the job that you want, or to at least to get yourself moving in that direction. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do is you have to have a Twitter account. If you don't have a Twitter account, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities here. So the reason why Twitter is so great is because you don't need to friend somebody. You don't need to get them to accept your friend request. You can literally follow them and talk to them no matter who they are, assuming their account isn't private. So what you do is you sign up for Twitter, you get on, you start posting these posts. Even if you don't have a lot of followers, you start making smart comments, you link to good articles, you do a whole bunch of cool stuff. But then on top of that, you find key industry players. This is important. If you find the key industry players within the industry you're looking to work in, whether it be a CEO, whether it be someone who just works at the company that you're looking to work at, and you start conversing with them, you make a connection, and you can utilize that connection to help you land a job that you want. You have to really make a name for yourself, whether that be through Twitter or through blogging or through both, and that's ideal, and that'll really help you out. So utilize social media to get in contact with key players. Now, if you were at someone and you reply to someone, you say, hey, that's a great idea, but I think this, this, and this, and they don't reply to you, that's not the end of the world. It's probably nothing personal, and it's usually not. So just, keep going. Don't bombard them with replies because that looks bad. And number one rule on social media about jobs is you never ask the person if they have any jobs available, because that shows that you didn't do your research, which is really, really bad. So speaking of research, always research the company you're applying to or thinking about applying to. The reason for that is simple. A, it provides you with the opportunity to know more about the company. You should always know the CEO. You should always know what business they're in / what they do. And you should always know who some key competitors are. But on top of that, more importantly, if you do get an interview, you always want to look up recent information about the company, any news that's been published, things like that, because what that allows you to do is allows you to formulate an opinion, but also to generate questions. So when they say, do you have any questions at the end of the interview, and you can say, yeah, I saw that you guys recently were published about in so-and-so blog, and I was wondering why you're doing that, or I was wondering if that new office in New York City is gonna lead to more expansion and more employment opportunities in New York City. For something like that, and interviewers love that stuff. When they know that you're reading about their company, when they know that you're well informed, they love it. They eat it right up. They just eat it up. So you gotta do that. You gotta do that. It's very, very important. All right. So here, this one is probably my favorite. If you're not doing this, you're in big, big trouble. Again, this is really important. You have to attend networking events and conferences. It may cost you a little money, but there's also a lot of free ones out there, and a lot of people from industries that if you want to work in a particular industry, they'll be there, and you can make great connections that way. You talk to a lot, when you go to them, you talk to a lot of people. You hand out a lot of personal business cards, and additionally, you get a lot of business cards in return. And then when you go home, a lot of people will do this. They'll be like, all right, I got great business cards. Let me just shove them in a drawer, forget about them. No, that is the wrong thing to do. What you want to do when you get these business cards, a day later you go and you email them. You say, hey, it was great talking to you about this, and this. Oh, I really enjoyed our conversation about where Google's going and the future of mobile advertising. People will remember that. They'll remember that conversation, and they will write back and say, you know, it was great talking to you too. I look forward to keeping in touch. And make sure you say you look forward to keeping in touch in that email, because it's very, very important. Because then if you thought that their company sounded really cool, you keep an eye on that company's website. What happens is when that company posts a job that you think you have the right skill set for, you can reach out to them and say, hey, I saw you guys posted a job for this, this, and this. I'm really interested. I've attached my resume and my cover letter below in the email, and I'm hoping that you can make sure it gets to the right person. And if you had a great conversation and you've been talking to these people, that's really useful. They will most likely help you. Most likely they will, especially if they really liked you. They have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Of course, that depends on whether they liked you. So it's very important that they like you. So make sure you sound smart, you do you have good conversation, and you really are polite and you're kind and all those other important things, because then they're willing to help you out. Whew. That's 3 awesome tips right there. But I got one more for you guys. One more tip that is really, really good. If you can code, or if you have a specific skill set that is really useful, such as you're really good marketer, you're a really good web designer, you're really good at graphics, you're really good at anything in particular, financial analysis, whatever it is that it may be, you can do a lot of different things. If you can code, build something, or do freelance work. Same with any other skill sets. You want to really build up that resume showing that you took the initiative to start something, you followed through, and you did the projects. That shows you're a self-starter. It also shows you have a lot of initiative, and that's 2 major things that a lot of employers these days look for. It's very, very important that you do that, because it really builds your resume and it really looks good for you. So there's 4 awesome tips. 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll really help you get into the job market. Of course, if you have a great resume already, check out job boards or Dice.com specifically for the tech industry. And of course, I always recommend going to companies' websites, and if you know the specific company you're looking to work for, because they'll always have the job post there at least 99% of the time. So that's it. I got all those tips for you. And of course, you know, be smart about everything. You want to always differentiate yourself. Look for ways to make yourself stand out, because there's so many people out there right now that are looking for jobs. And if you don't stand out, you got nothing. You really got to keep on looking for ways to differentiate yourself, do things that make you stand out, and that's really what it comes down to. So I hope that helps. There's 4 awesome tips for you. Thanks for watching. This has been BestTech.com. Until next time, we'll see ya. And remember, take care of your computers.